Welcome to DeFi Crypto Today. Today's daily news. All right, let's check that we're live. And see if anybody's going to show up. Oh, come on, wake up. YouTube slow. All right. Let's go. Okay, it says live right here. I'm gonna delete this one. That was a test. Yes, we don't need this one. Okay, so we are live. Excellent. Hello, welcome everybody. I'll answer the questions in the second half of the video. Okay, we're good. All right. As always, I'm still trying to get 3,000 people to... Hello everybody, I'll answer you guys in the second half of the video. I'm still trying to get 3,000 followers on Twitter. It's so hard. We just need like 26 more people. Come on, follow us. It's not hard, it's free. All right. So, and if you guys need to contact me directly, you can DM me at DeFi Crypto T. That's the address. Okay, so let's have a look at the news. As we expected, the ruble's crashing. A lot of people have been shorting the ruble because of the war with Ukraine, and it's been pushing the ruble down considerably. So that's going to have a lot of impact on the economy in Russia, not within the country that much at the beginning. Eventually it will. But it's with any product that Russians want to buy from outside, it's going to make it almost twice as difficult. And but it's good in the sense that if they want to sell outside, it's a lot cheaper to buy. So although there's a lot of sanctions, they still have to sell gas, natural gas, and Sberbank down 95% on LSC. I'll have to check Sberbank later. They still have to sell natural gas to Europe. Europe cannot just shut down its purchases of natural gas 100%. Okay, it's the middle of winter. They're all going to freeze to death if they don't have natural gas to heat themselves up. Okay, so they're going to try, Europe is going to try to find alternative sources, but in the meantime, they still have to buy some from Russia. So that would make it cheaper to buy natural gas in Russia. There's always two sides to every story. Now, this is CZ, the CEO of Binance, and he resists calls to ban on all Russian transactions. He says, okay, give me the names of the people you want me to ban. I'll ban them, but I don't want to ban every single Russian citizen. They're not the cause of the conflict. Okay, so, and I kind of understand the feeling. Up to you to judge if it's a good idea or not. But you know, don't necessarily need to ban 100% of everybody. Because a lot of Russians don't support the war anyway. So that's one thing to keep an eye on. This is something interesting. Bitcoin is booming at the moment while the stock market is not in the US. Not exactly sure why yet. What they're saying is that a lot of sanctions are happening on against Russia, so they're thinking perhaps that Russia is going to use Bitcoin for international trade. Now, there's a lot of people that believe that's not going to happen. So there's a lot of opinions. going on right now. The Ukrainian government is receiving a lot of support in crypto donations, though. So I'm not sure what to make of the rise in the Bitcoin price yet. Next article. It says here, crypto will not save Russia from sanctions, some experts say. Again, you know, it's arguable. It's arguable. I don't know how much trade Russia can do in Bitcoin. It looks like a possibility, but I'm not sure how it's going to work. See, like a lot of Russian banks are banned from SWIFT right now, which is the international bank wire transfer system. Here they talk about the ruble that plunged to an all-time low, which is what we expected last week anyway. See, it says enforcing sanctions require the ability to track transactions, and Bitcoin, it's a little bit harder to track. So here some guys say crypto can be used to evade sanctions and hide wealth, which I believe is possible. But another guy thinks different. It says here, with the country having less wiggle room due to the scale of the economic blow and limited adoption of digital currencies. Yeah, perhaps through normal citizens, but the super rich probably are all in crypto. And those are the people that are probably going to use it. That's what I'm expecting anyway. There's a lot of news here. Wanted to talk about Federal Reserve Chairman Powell, who is, well, here he says he wants more crypto regulations. We need that. I talked about that before. Yeah, the Russian conflict is going to get a lot of countries in North America and in Europe to try to make it difficult for people to get crypto. They're going to use the Russian conflict as a pretext, but they want to make the lives of average people difficult as well. But they're going to pretend it's to protect you and all that stuff. Also, Mr. Powell is said that he plans to raise interest rates this month. So I'm expecting a bit of a crash around the time that they're going to announce the raise in interest rates. I don't think he's going to raise them dramatically. I don't think it's going to be several percent. I think it's going to be a fraction of 1%, maybe a quarter, maybe 0.5%. Still, it's going to be a big raise compared to what we've seen in the past, in the recent past, but it's still not going to beat inflation. He's going to need to push interest rates several times, just even to get close to inflation. I don't think he's going to be able to beat it. Unless the economy slows down too much, and then there's going to be a lot less inflation and so on. They have limited means to fix inflation, which they caused in the first place. They printed too much money, and then they say, oh, wow, we got inflation now. Yeah, obviously. That's what happens. Now in the UK, they decided to ban some Floki ads that have been around since November, a little bit late, but for some reason they decided it was illegal to advertise that crypto specifically. So again, Ukraine received a lot of donations. And Ukraine is asking Binance, Coinbase, and everybody else to help the support for the ruble and to ban Russians and so on and so forth, which was to be expected. Yeah, next news. I keep talking about Solidly. I'm going to talk about Solidly again. OXD DAO is now trying to reinvent itself. It's a new project, and I did not quite understand version 1, to be honest. That totally escaped me. Now they're doing version 2 launch soon. And what they're trying to do is to steal the limelight from Solidex, which we talked about a lot. I made a video about that. And basically, they're trying to get into partnerships with several people, including DAO. And they're trying to control the solidly emissions, okay, by gathering more votes than Solidex. So there's definitely a solidly war on its way, all right? It's going to be interesting to see. I'm hoping that it's going to help push the price of Solid up, because it's been tanking quite a bit lately. I'm not exactly happy to see this. But I think, like another guy, Kamikaze, that people still don't quite understand how Solidly works. And once they understand it better, they'll want to amass larger quantities of the Solid token. Solidex understands the game. OXDAO understands the game. Some other major developers on Phantom understand that game. So at some point, more and more people are going to get it. And I think either the price of Solid is going to rise, or at least it will stabilize and not drop like this. There's been several drops. If you look at the 24-hour chart, you see that there's been some bot actions, there's been some profit taking and so on. But, you know, that's to be expected. That's to be expected. So I'm not crazy happy with the price action so far, but I'm keeping an eye on it, because I think it's such a major project. It's going to have such a major influence on Phantom. I think something interesting is going to happen there. So keep an eye on it. Here, that's VDAO. What do they want to do? Yeah, that's a partnership that they're announcing with OXDAO. And there's an article you should read. I read an article last time from this guy, Kamikaze ETH. Okay, you should definitely follow this guy. He's very smart. He understands Solidly very well. And here he's explaining that OXDAO is entering the Solidly war, okay, with OXD version 2. Now, some people have complained, so what happened to my old OXD, you know, just became a poo coin or what? Yeah, pretty much. But honestly, I did not quite understand OXDAO when it first came out. Honestly, I didn't understand their strategy, and it just weird to me. Too sophisticated for my small brain. But this I can understand more. They want to gather a lot of momentum, try to steal voting power away from Solidex, and try to get people excited on their version 2. So that's explained in great detail here. I'm going to put the link to that in the description below. What was there? Yeah, this guy here. So it says, oh, cool, so now my worthless shitcoin OXD doesn't turn into OX Solid. I just gotta send over Solid to get a far worse shitcoin. Maybe. I don't know. I'm hoping OXDAO is going to come up with a decent strategy, but it's worth keeping an eye on this and see what's going to happen. Okay, we're going to talk a lot about Polygon today. A lot of things are happening on Polygon. For instance, Lido. I don't know if you're familiar with Lido, but they're one of the projects that invented liquid staking. Liquid staking is very similar to what you do on Anchor. You take your UST token, you deposit them, and they give you a receipt called AUST, which you can reuse as collateral on Mirror, for instance, or other places like Abracadabra. Okay, so now you can do it with Matic, which is very interesting. So you can stake your Matic here, earn some income on it. I don't know what the rate is. I haven't tried this. I just saw it recently. And what they give you in exchange is ST-Matic right here. And then you can use that ST-Matic elsewhere. You can swap it for another token, and you can reinvest it somewhere else. And that's why it's called liquid staking. Because you stake your Matic, but you still have liquidity in your hands due to that ST-Matic receipt, which is very, very interesting. And you can do strategies that are very similar to what's in the Time to Be Your Own Bank series. I'm going to put the links for that down below. Okay, so very, very, very similar. Okay, so now Lido is offering that for Polygon. They do that for ETH, they do that for Luna, they do that for a bunch of stuff. All right, now, what was this one? Oh yes, I wanted you to have a look at this article. At some point I'm going to make a deep dive video on this ecosystem. Hang on. So, where is it? It's Cosmos, yes. The Cosmos ecosystem. You need a special wallet. You need Kepler to use this. It works pretty much like MetaMask, but I think it's a little bit more sophisticated the way it's designed. You already have the network set up in it, okay? And then you can do all kinds of fun things. Now, the Cosmos ecosystem is pretty large now. There's several blockchains on it, including Terra. Terra is part of that ecosystem, and Terra is doing fantastic lately. Have you seen the price of Luna going to the moon in the last few days? It's up 70% since last week. It's ridiculous. I still don't know why it's going up. You guys have figured out why Luna's going shooting for the moon right now? I don't know, but it's popular like hell. Anyway, so I'm not going to go through all this, but I'm going to send you the link. This guy shows you all kinds of ways to earn a lot of income out of the Cosmos ecosystem by staking various coins. You can stake directly, a lot of coins directly in Kepler. If you guys remember, I did a video about the secret network. You can stake your secret directly on Kepler, and if I remember well, I think it's around 24% APR that you make on this. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. So there's all kinds of stuff here. I'm not going to go through all the details, but I'm putting the link in the description. And you can get all kinds of fun ideas to earn some income on Cosmos. Next. All right, so Polygon has a newsletter, and we're going to have a quick look at what's going on there. There's a lot of activity on Polygon recently, including the fact that Uniswap a few weeks ago finally got into Polygon, and it's taking the lion's share of trading now. Okay, for the longest time, QuickSwap was the king on Polygon, and still very, very large. But Uniswap is growing super fast. So we're going to have a look at that. And we're going to look at another thing where it says here you can earn 10% in wrapped Ethereum with no impermanent loss. 10% on ETH. That's pretty amazing. So I'm going to show you how you can do that. They show two methods. We're going to go through that very quickly. I might do deep dive videos on that. It's very, very similar to the Time to Be Your Own Bank video, so maybe I'll do a whole Time to Be Your Own Bank episode on Polygon. So let's have a look at this. So if we wanted to go back here, you see this big pink thing? That's Uniswap. The green is QuickSwap. And gray here is Balancer, and I forget who that blue thing is. What's that? Sushi. That's Sushi. So Sushi is kind of losing against Uniswap and QuickSwap also. Uniswap's taking a huge share of trading on tokens in Polygon. So definitely worth keeping an eye on this. Now, if we look down here. This is, they show you step by step everything, how to do staking between Celsius X ETH and ETH. Now, I'm going to show you the trick that they don't show you in the instructions. So if you want to do this pair, this is the interface at QuickSwap. Okay, so you need to go to QuickSwap. And in order to get this to appear, if you just type CX ETH, it's not going to work. You need to go here, and up here, you need to go first to CoinGecko. You find the Celsius X wrapped ETH token, and you copy this code. Okay, yeah, you can add it to your MetaMask first so you can see the token. But then you hit copy. And let's do it again, just make sure I got the right stuff copied. And you need to paste it here. And it's going to show. If you just type CXETH, it's not going to show. Okay, so you have to paste the actual contract for that token to make it appear. All right, and then it shows you how to add liquidity. And then later you can go in the farms, go to dual farming. I did not see it though listed there, but I guess it's maybe it's going to appear after you get the tokens added to the pair. But anyway, what's interesting, by adding liquidity, you'll earn 0.25% of all trades for this pair proportional to your share of the pool. So you can earn income here, and there's no impermanent loss because it's ETH against ETH. Okay? And what they claim on the Polygon article here, I believe it's up to about 10% that you can earn annually on this, which is pretty good for ETH. Generally, ETH, no matter where you put it, it's hard to get up to 10%. It's usually 2-3%. It's around there. All right, so they explain how to add the LP pair and all that stuff, and this is the pool that's supposed to exist. And at that time they published this, it was 13%, but I didn't see it today. I haven't done every single step to do that. I looked for it, I didn't see it, so I hope it's set up. Now there's another one they explain here, this strategy. We've done a strategy similar in some of my time to be your own bank videos. Okay, so what you do, you take your CXETH, you create a vault on MyFinance, also known as DAO. Okay, so you go here, this is MyFinance, and then when you enter the app, you go here and you click on vaults, and you need the Celsius X ETH vault. So what you can do, you can create the vault, you hit create, you deposit your CXETH here, you borrow some My tokens, which are at 0% interest right now, and you can redeposit that. I'll show you the pictures here. Okay, so it says here, you create the vault in DAO or MyFinance for CXETH. The minimum collateralization ratio needs to be maintained as 130% of the borrowed amount in My. Borrow My to save collateral between 30% and 50%. Supply the My in the My AM3 CRV pool on Curve Finance. So you go to Curve and it looks like this. Okay, these are all stable coins, no impermanent loss. Okay. And then you stake your LP in the farm on My Finance. You click Farm here. And there is a 0.5% deposit fee to enter this farm, but there's no interest to pay on the loan, okay? And here you can earn 12%. So essentially, you start with CX ETH, okay? You borrow against it at 0%, and then you farm it. You farm the mine that you borrowed, and you can earn 12.39% APR on this. Again, so it's a way for you to take your ETH and make it earn some income at a really decent rate. Of course, these rates change every single day, right? So it might be lower right now. I haven't checked exactly. But the recipes are all here. I'll put the link in the description. What's next? Forget. Oh, we saw that already. And this we saw. Okay, we saw everything. So let's have a look at your questions. Questions, what do you got there? Okay. Sberbank down 95% on LSC Sberbank. All right. Sberbank is what? Russian bank? Sberbank. Yeah, the Russian top stories. Okay. Russian top bank quits Europe due to sanctions. Okay, well, we can have a look at that article. If we go there, Russian top banks quit Europe due to sanctions. What do they say? All right, what's there? Pulls out of Europe market after ECB order. Faces cash outflows, threats to staff and property. Says there's enough resources to pay all depositors. Yeah, last year banks in Russia were doing record profit, and I don't think that's going to happen this year. So they had big cash outflows. So basically, there was a run on the bank. Yeah. They're not talking too much about the price of the token. Yeah, I don't see that. But anyway, it probably totally tanked. Is there a way to check the price? Okay. Show no chart available. Okay. Yeah, so the price went from 250 to about how much? 112. So it went down pretty fast in the last couple of days. Yeah, as we expected, a lot of stuff. A lot of people are gonna not want to deal with Russian corporations and banks and people also. So yeah. Not surprising. Not surprising. What else you got here? Okay. Russian oligarchs into Bitcoin to avoid sanctions. Yeah, well, we talked about that, right? That was expected. On-chain BTC data shows increase in wallets with over 1,000 BTC. Yeah, very likely that those are, a lot of them are Russian. Okay, Tricia, why you keep asking this question every freaking time? Okay, is that relevant for anything? I don't know. Yeah. So what? Deal with it. OXD went live. Is it live right now? Let me find OXD. I looked earlier. I didn't see anything. OXD, not S. Okay, and that's up 31%. Okay, so let's look at the website. Deployment not found. So I don't know. I don't know. I can't get there. Can you get there? I don't see it here. It doesn't seem to want to work right now. All right, what else you got? I haven't done enough with Cosmos. Same here. Same here. My biggest dive in Cosmos was with the secret network video that I did recently, which I think is very useful. There's also going to be another alternative to secret on Cosmos soon. I forget what it's called. But there's a lot of people that are interested in creating more private blockchains, blockchains where privacy is at the core of the blockchain, okay? Because although all blockchains are encrypted, they're not private. And, a lot of people are not really comfortable in displaying to the world all the transactions that they make, right? So I think even for legitimate reasons, okay, you don't have to be a criminal to want a private life. It used to be normal for private individuals to have private lives. Just now the governments and the social media, okay, are exposing our lives everywhere. I mean, the government wants too much information now. Obviously, people on Instagram, when they take photos of their lunch, they want to display that information, but that should be the private individual's right to choose what you want to show to the world and what you don't want to show to the world, right? And that's why privacy, I think, is very important and should be a human right anyway. So what else we got here? I haven't done enough with Cosmos. An OXD site went down. Botch first attempt at launch. Yeah, it doesn't look very good at the moment. I don't know. I mean, from what I saw, the people that are behind OXD DAO are supposed to be really, good programmers. They're responsible for Spirit Swap, Spooky Swap, and a bunch of other big websites. So they should not fix this. Hopefully, Monero works something like that, but masking the transaction. Yeah, Monero is more private. The problem with Monero is that some countries have banned Monero. Okay. And the secret network, the way it works is that it uses regular ERC20 tokens and then just wraps them with some privacy code. Okay, so that basically the regular tokens like ETH and USDC, USDT, whatever, can be used within the secret network. So now, governments would have to ban every single crypto, which they can't do, okay? And that's why, because for instance, in Japan, you can't use Monero. It's illegal to use Monero in Japan, right? Because that's easy to do. They can say, oh, we don't like that coin because it's private and we can't snoop on the transactions. Okay, so they just ban it, and that made it easy. But they can't ban tokens that have been wrapped to work on a specific blockchain. Okay, but Japan is making it very, very difficult for regular citizens to get into crypto. I tell you. It's more or less easy to get Bitcoin, but getting anything else, I mean, they don't even know. I talked to a friend in Japan. He's not even aware of stable coins like USDT and USDC. Doesn't even know what those are. So it gives you an idea how limited they are if they want to stay within the law in Japan. They make it very difficult. Osmosis just launched something called Superfluid Staking, which gives you additional rewards on your Atom Osmo LP, which is arguably the best pool to be on. Yeah, we're gonna have to look at this in great detail. I don't have time to do that right now, but I'm gonna make some videos about Cosmos and see where we can stake and so on. Osmosis, I think we can have a look at that. Osmosis. Osmosis, let's look. Come on, here we go. What do we got? Osmosis zone. Yeah. Got the mad scientist there. Enter the lab. So that's a swap page. Okay, this is where you create your pools. Yeah, we're gonna see the APRs on this stuff. So there's a bunch of pools. I don't know, we'll see if we get the APRs or not. From what I remember, the APRs were pretty high. Some of them really, really good. But I haven't used it yet. I haven't explored Cosmos very much. But definitely, Osmosis has been around a while. Yeah, see 74% APR on this one. For Atom Osmo, I think that's the one you're talking about. 76 on Iron Osmo. The thing is, okay, first of all, I would have to check. Let me check. Is it on DeFi safety? I would like to see if they listed Osmosis or not. I like to know how safe a protocol is before I put my money in it. And that's why I always look at this place. Where are they? Oh, let's have a look at this. Oh, Tornado Cash, 85% safety. That's very, very good. That's very, very good. Franx also, 81%. That's pretty good. Set protocol, I don't know that one. Yearn got its a new review, 93%. I keep talking about Yearn, and I'm gonna talk a lot about Yearn. No, it's quite good. See, like they updated the review. The review before was just for Ethereum, but now it's also on Arbitrum and Phantom. Okay, I don't know set protocol. Would have to check it out. I like to check the top rated projects on DeFi safety, and eventually I'm going to make a video. So this one is now on multiple chains. Definitely worth a look at Tornado. And I don't know, every time I try to use Franx, the page takes forever to load. Do you have that problem too? And I'm surprised it's on so many networks. I'll have a look again. Maybe there's something I'm missing. But no, definitely, this is very exciting. I thought they were only on Ethereum and Polygon for a while. Anyway, now they're on a bunch of stuff, so we'll have another deep dive. Anyway, I wanted to check Osmosis, so see our reviews. And if they don't have Osmosis here, Osmosis, is it listed or not? It doesn't show. Okay, hang on. Let me clear that. Come on. I don't like their new interface. The old interface was easier to use. Better response at the other one. More info in Yearn would be awesome. Well, I did a couple of videos about Yearn. It's not very tricky to use. All right, let me scroll down and try to make the whole list appear, and then maybe we'll find Osmosis. If not, I'm gonna actually request them to do it, to do a review on Osmosis. I mean, it's a big project. So yeah, that's something you can do. You can go to DeFi safety, and let's say you have a project that looks that's very big already. Okay, not a brand, not those little ohm forks, tomb forks, and ring nodes and things. Okay, send them something serious. Okay, and they're gonna have a good review of it. But make sure the project is decently popular. All right, all right. Come on, show up. They've got about 200 reviews only. Compare that to the tens of thousands of projects on DeFi. But they do very thorough reviews, and they're very, very tough. Okay, so all of them have appeared. Let's go back here. Let's try Osmosis. Probably won't show because they don't seem to have it. Osmos, no, it's not there. All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to go here, and we're going to request a review. Project name, Osmosis. Do I have to put my email on this? I have to put my email, right? Hang on. That's the name of the project, right? Alright. Info at Defi. Crypto.today. That's me. Okay, additional information. Well, I'm going to put the link. Where's Osmosis? Right here. I'm going to paste the URL so they know which Osmosis we're talking about. I'm not a robot. I'm going to send that. See, so you can submit requests. It's up to them to decide if they want to do the review or not, okay? But it's good to give them suggestions. So if a lot of people give them the suggestion about Osmosis, at some point they're going to give up and they're going to do it. All right, more info on Yearn. Like, what do you want to know about Yearn? There's not that much there. There's vaults and there's, let's have a look. I'll show you. Yearn. You got the Iron Bank and you got the vaults. Okay, those are the two main parts that you need to worry about. And right now, if you deposit UST at the Iron Bank, you can get only 5.40%. So it's not the best place to deposit. Now, sometimes what's interesting is that the rates vary all the time. And sometimes you get good rates on the lending side and very low rates on the borrowing side, okay? And sometimes you can deposit something and borrow at a really low rate, okay? And then you can multiply your earnings with that. But the rates right now, not very, very exciting. But the vaults typically have better rates. See, you could earn 119% on the BOO token right now. That's pretty good. Don't expect those rates to last, okay? They're gonna change every few seconds, but at this very moment, you can earn 119% on BOO. So if you like the BOO token, that's nice. The Spell token, 19%, 14% on Curve. Yeah, those are pretty good rates, okay? Those are pretty good rates. Right now, I'm always trying to beat inflation. Inflation is at 7.5 in the US. If I can beat that, I'm happy, because then my money is not, you know, shrinking, right? So that's what I'm looking for. So see, all these here, the top 5, you beat inflation, and dollar is a stable coin. Okay, so if you invest in dollar, you shouldn't lose your capital, and you're getting 12% right now, which is not bad. Okay. Oh, and I'm gonna need to make a video about updating my my safe portfolio and see where we're at. I didn't even have time to look at it this week. I'm so busy. I'm juggling YouTube with my regular job, and sometimes my regular job takes forever. So yeah, the last 2 days I just couldn't do anything. I was totally exhausted, barely had time to sleep. So where are we? By the way, Yearn on Phantom is not paying out indicated yield. I held BTC and ETH on there for a couple weeks, and income was pennies. Okay, you have to look at, was it the Iron Bank? Or was it the vault? When you make an investment here, if you hit on deposit, okay, actually not deposit, I think you click here, and they're gonna explain. They explain what they do with your money here. Okay, you have to look at that and see if you like or not like the strategy here. Okay, so read the information first. Okay. And the way it's calculated, it's like you have to understand. It's like the rates right now are not super high. I mean, if you look at you talk about Bitcoin. Bitcoin right now is ridiculously low. It's 0.14%. Okay. 0.14%. Okay, it's gonna take ages before you get more than pennies. And what about the iron banks? Probably similar, right? BTC again, 0.35%. Okay, it's gonna take 100 years before you get a lot of dollars out of this. Okay, it depends, unless you put like millions. Okay, but like most people, you have like just a few hundred or a few $1,000s to deposit there. It's gonna take a long time before you get more than pennies. So I'm not very surprised. All right, but I tell you, and okay, this is one of the top rated DeFi websites for safety, and the code's been checked forever, like many times. What is this crap? And so I don't think they're cheating us. Okay, I really would doubt that. The auditors would have picked up on this. And this project's been around a long time, so even people that are not auditors, other coders, if they found, if there was something fishy about it, they would have found out. And they would have pasted that all over Twitter, okay? As far as I know, that did not happen. So I don't think they're cheating us. Do the math, check if the rates make more sense after you do the math. Okay, I doubt that the yields that they give you are incorrect. Franx is weird, but some places have good APR, APY with Franx. Yes, it just, every time I try to get to Franx, it's hard to show anything. Let me go from CoinGecko so I get the right address. Franx. Franx. Yes, all right. Because they got the fuse also. Where's the fuse on this? Ugh. Okay. I'm at the wrong place. I forget where fuse is on this crazy thing. See, this is not where I want to be. Fuse. Volts. Franx. Where is that? Well, it's difficult to find right now. Rare Capital, maybe. I can't find it. Sorry. I'm at the wrong place and I don't remember the address exactly. If you've got the address, give it to me. I'll use it. Some thoughts about Hector DAO. They move a lot of stuff around in the project. Well, can I have a look now? Hector. Let's see what it looks like. I haven't looked at it in the last few weeks. Okay. Let's make it dark so we can see better. Well, the APY is pretty low. That's not a lot of APY. Okay, so what's the dashboard look like? Have any money left in there or not? Okay. Well, that's still pretty good. $111 million in treasury assets. Now they've changed the, see, whoops. They've changed the values quite a bit. I don't know what it's reflecting. If we go here. See, they've invested a lot on Curve. That big orange thing, I think that's Curve. Yeah, 59 million, almost $60 million in Curve itself. So it's mostly Curve DAO. They used to have a lot of MIM, not zero. I don't know if it's because of the Sifu scandal at Wonderland. That might be that. I think that's what happened. And USDC DAI Franx, yeah. But Curve, I'm surprised they're putting so much in there. They're probably earning money on Curve. Hopefully it's staked somewhere. Risk-free value, blah, blah, blah. Hex circulating supply, so they've been burning some a bit, I think. What else you got here? All right. Yeah, the runway is now pretty much forever. They're good for like, what? Almost 3 years, because, well, the APY is nothing right now. Yeah. What else do you want to look at on this? There's Hector Bank, which is new. Let's have a look at it today. I looked at it once a long time ago. And these are the markets. So you can deposit this and you can borrow with those rates. Not getting a lot on with Franx, DAI, USDC 3. Yeah, the rates are not that exciting. But to borrow, yeah. I mean, you could deposit whatever you want here. You could deposit, let's say, Phantom and borrow with, and it's almost a free loan. You only pay 0.2%. That's not so bad if you want to borrow on your Phantom and get some width, okay? But then again, there's liquidation risk because the tokens are not paired right properly. Let's say network. What do you got here? I don't know why they call it network. They all seem to be on Phantom now. I don't get it. Profile, that's probably me. I've got nothing there. Okay. What else did you want to see on Hector? I don't see anything very special right now. Last but not least, please don't burn you out. Yeah, well, I've been sleeping all day today to try to get you to get you this video. I was really tired yesterday. I was in the vaults. These don't pay indicated yield. Was a lot less. You're talking about Yearn. But I just showed you that the yield are very low for Bitcoin and all that. I'd be surprised if they cheat you on the yield. Don't forget, those are APYs. Okay, let's go back to Yearn here. This is APY. You have to stay a year to get 5%. Okay. If you want to calculate per day, okay, you have to convert the APY to APR, which is even less than these rates, okay? And then if you stake for a week or whatever, like, let's just assume for a second that this was, okay, you said what, Bitcoin? Bitcoin and then ETH, okay. All right, so we've got BTC here. It says 0.35%. Okay, so let's say you had 1,000. I'm gonna put it here so you guys can see. You had 1,000%. Okay, and your interest is 0.035. Okay, so you multiply by 0.0035. Okay, because it's yeah, 0.35. All right, so in a year, on $1,000, you get $3.5. Okay, divide that by 365. You get a cent per day on $1,000. So let's say you were there for 2 weeks, 14 days. You're gonna get 13 cents on your 1,000. It's not a lot. How much did you invest? 100 million? Okay, I mean, literally, you're not gonna get a lot. And I calculated using the APY instead of the APR, which would be less than this. Okay, I didn't convert to APR. To make the calculation more accurate, you would have to do it by APR. But they're using APY because it's supposed to be compounded per day. Okay, so you can divide by 365, and then you would have to use the compound interest formula for 14 days. Okay, and it's going to be in that range anyway. It's going to be between 10 and 13 cents. You're not going to get that much more for $1,000. So how much did you invest? A lot more? To be honest, Hec chart looks pretty good against other own fork. Yeah, Hector, the team at Hector, I think is pretty good. I'm just not very happy with the super low APY right now. It's not that exciting for me. But anyway, I see 50% in stablecoin on the farm in Hector. What farm? There's a farm on Hector right now. Where is it? Where did I put it? Not this. There's a farm. Can stake. That's our stake. Bond. Exchange. Oh, farm right here. What's this token? I don't even know this one. I don't know. APR 38%. Okay, so this is the Tor token. Okay. Okay, these are deposited on Curve. They're using Curve for this because Tor, I believe, would be their stablecoin. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty decent rate. It's not 50% though. I see 36%. OXDAO and VDAO we're just vampires for me. But today I dive into a new concept in tokenomics, which they presented, and I'm impressed. It looks like they'll have more than one convex for solidly, which may be fascinating. What are your thoughts on this? I'm really fascinated by the ecosystem that's building around Solidly. Okay, they're trying to do something new and something that's going to be more profitable for regular investors like you and I. And Solidex is the first big implementation of that strategy. And VDAO and OXDAO are going to try their hand at doing something like that. And they're going to try to get as many people involved to get their hands on a lot of solid tokens and get voting power to push the rates up. Okay, because if Solidly, the Solidly experiment, it's still an experiment though at this stage, becomes as successful as Curve has been, it's going to generate truckloads of cash and profits, okay? And so investors can profit from that if there's this war going on between Solidex, OXD, and a bunch of other projects that are going to try to get their hands on the profits, okay? And they're going to push up the rates for investors. So I think it's very exciting. It's something to keep an eye on at least. I'm a little bit disappointed in the price action for the SEX and the Solid tokens. Okay, they've been dipping quite a bit since I made my video. On the other hand, the APRs are still very, very high, so it compensates a little bit. But I'm thinking that if OXDAO gets in the action with VDAO, and if others, you know, start, if there are more people involved in that war, I think the price action for those, for the Solid token is going to go up. And if Solid goes up, then the SEX token is going to go up, the OXD token is going to go up, and so on, so on, so on. So I want more people involved in this. I want more developers to get excited about Solidly, and we'll see what happens. Hopefully it's going to be good. But still very experimental, very risky. Don't put all your money in this stuff. Maybe it's going to fail and flop completely. But so far it looks pretty good. Let's have a look at DeFi Llama. Okay, we're going to have to cut the video short soon because I have an appointment. All right, let's see. DeFi Llama. I want to have to look at this. Do we have the chains on this? No. All right, let's just go there and we'll go on the chains. Curve, #1 champion, still at the top of the world. See, Lido, I talked about Lido. It's #3 in the world. It's huge. Okay, we don't hear enough about Lido, but Lido's massive. Look at these numbers for Terra. 83% up for the month, 42% up for the last 7 days. That's spectacular. I'm so bullish on Luna and Terra. It's crazy. Phantom up 64% for the last 7 days, mostly due to Solidly. And these are doing okay for the month. Polygon, yeah. Hopefully Polygon is going to catch up. What about Kronos? Yeah, not that exciting. Osmosis is doing well. Plus 30% for the week and 68% for the month. Those are good numbers. All right, so if we go, hang on, where I wanted to go. Phantom. See, Phantom is sky high right now. It's going up pretty well. And if we look at, see, the numbers are pretty stable. You know, went from nothing on Solidly and Solidex in the last 7 days, and it's up like 300%, 7,500% here. So, and they're pretty stable at 2 point something billion each, which is great. Okay. So as far as I can tell, there's no pump and dump going on there, which is reassuring. It went up and it's staying there. As far as I can tell, let's have a look at the chart. See, that's pretty healthy. That's pretty healthy. So it jumped and it's pretty much stable right now. Let's have a look at Solidex, probably similar. Yeah, see? Because OXDAO went up and then crashed. I did not understand their strategy. Why? I think they wanted to just get their hands on the V NFT tokens from Solidly. And then they wanted to reinvent themselves into a competitor to Solidex right now. but it's a little bit complicated for me. I don't like complicated strategies. What are we talking about? Try plugging the APY, see what comes up. Are you talking about Yearn and BTC? I just did. You're not going to get a ton of money out of this. Okay, the rates are really, really, really low. Hi, on Impermax, I'm on Polygon, but I can only stake my Impermax token on Ethereum. C'est-tu normal? Is it normal? I don't know. I haven't looked at it. Okay, I have not looked at where you can put your Impermax. Let's have a quick look. We need to get to the end of the video very, very soon. So I'm going to answer a couple more questions, and we're going to go to the end because I have to be somewhere else. Impermax. So where were you staking it? On Impermax itself? All right. Staked. Okay, I guess you're staking your IMX somewhere. If you click here, what does it give us? So stake IMX, earn IMX, or stake IMX, earn USDC. So let's say we want to do this. All right, let's see connect wallet. What does it want? So I just connect. Yeah, you have to be on Ethereum. So that's normal. If poor price action is not like this because we just start to earn SEX and don't have enough of it to lock it, which should prevent not wanting price action. Hang on, what's your question? Poor price action is not, it's not like this because we just start to earn SEX and don't have enough of it to lock it. Yeah, like, it's still very early in the game. I think what a lot of people are doing, okay, they earn their high APRs, okay, and like they would do normally, they just swap them for USDC or whatever, okay, and they just sold their tokens and pocketed the cash, okay. I think a lot of people are doing that, which is kind of natural to do this. Now, obviously, Solidex and Solidly have very strong incentives for you to restake those tokens to earn more, okay? I think some people will do that, and I think some people will just continue to just cash out their tokens, okay? So we're going to see, you know, a lot of action in terms of price. I don't know. It's still experimental. I don't know if Andrew Cronje's strategy or design is going to work long term the way they planned it. Okay, it remains to be seen. It's always up to the market to decide what survives and what fails. And the market is the general action of millions of people investing and selling and so on. So yeah, it's very experimental. It looks really great on paper. Will it survive? I think so. I think so because I really like Andrew Cronje. He knows what he's doing most of the time. Okay, right now I don't know what he's doing with his Twitter account though. He seemed to have shut down his Twitter account. Did he bring back another Twitter account? I don't know. The thing with Andre is that he's a little bit emotional, I find. He doesn't take criticism very lightly, so maybe he just got fed up and say, "Oh, the heck with those idiots! I'm shutting down on Twitter or whatever." Hopefully, he's gonna come back. I like him. I like to see his tweets. But honestly, I think he's one of the best devs out there. He's really, really clever, and I think he really understands the mechanics under the hood to make this successful. So I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful. We'll see. We'll see if he's right or not. Solidex to the moon with all the Phantom ecosystem. I agree. I'm very, very bullish on Phantom, Solidex, Solidly, and all that. So yeah, stay healthy. I'm trying very hard. I slept like 10 hours today. So yeah. That's a website where you can convert APY to APY. Yeah, they are. You can definitely use those websites to convert your APY to APR, but on 0.35%, it's going to be what, 0.3%? Okay, it's not going to make a major difference. Okay, it's not going to make a major difference. If you put $1,000 in Bitcoin and you're earning an APY of 0.35 per day, it's about a few cents. Okay, you're not going to earn a ton of money on this. Okay, it's very, very low. So I'm not surprised you're not getting a ton of money after 2 weeks. Even after a year, okay, you'd get like just a few dollars, you know. To put things into perspective in between the projects. Yep. All right. Last questions. I really gotta go. It's I'm gonna be late for another appointment. And hopefully we're gonna do another daily news video tomorrow. And turn on the notifications so you know when it's happening. Okay, I'm totally random these days. My schedule is like I'm going nuts trying to put everything together. So turn on the notifications. I'm gonna try to do a couple deep dive videos soon as I have some time to myself. Making videos take a lot of time. Stealth launch Tomb fork on AVAX, high TVL for new fork. Yeah, well, it's always like that, you know. You get a new Tomb fork, you're gonna have super high APYs for a few days, and then who knows what happens after a week, right? All right, is on Cedric. Yeah. All right, no more questions. That's it. All right. See you next time, hopefully tomorrow, early afternoon, US Standard Time. I'll try earlier. And, okay, and I have a guy who's adding timestamps to these videos now. So if you wait a few hours, you're going to get timestamps on this, and you can skip to the parts you want to listen to and whatnot. Okay, all right. Have a good rest of your day.